So you can see, like, that is what a world can be like when you have a computer sort of controlling what you see all the time. And it could easily become that. So it's up to people like you to make sure to realize that and think about it, be respectful, and make it so that is a combination of many, many good things. It's like, oh yeah, let's gamify our lives, great. Oh yeah, let's have like a point system, great. Oh yeah, let's have information about, like, localized information all the time, great. But you start adding these things together and it becomes that. There are also many other challenges to just making mixed reality the amazing reality that we want it to be. One is, a big one is social acceptance. This is the Google Glass. You may have heard of it. It was a miserable failure not because of the technology. The technology was great. It was a failure because it was not socially accepted. And it's a really big thing that people don't think about as much, but we care a lot about what is on our face. It's not something that you can hide in your pocket. It's there for everybody to see. It's a statement. It becomes part of who you are. It's also something that's between you and other people. And so that's a big challenge to making it a success. There's calibration. This is also something that people don't think about very much. But in order to, say, make the wall purple, I need to both detect exactly where the wall is and then be able to draw on that wall exactly where I want it, exactly the things that I want there. And so you need this sort of dance between the sensors and the display that's incredibly precise. And that's very hard, and then put that on something that you're using all the time. It's a very challenging problem. Another thing that people don't think about very much is user interface. It's a completely new computing platform. We don't have sort of any precedent for how it'll work. One precedent is this idea of, like, the Minority Report interface. You know, it's like really exciting. You get to push buttons in the air, it'll be super cool. Before you get too excited about that, I want everybody, like, if you have a sort of arm's reach in front of you, I want you to all stick out your hands and just for 20 seconds push some air buttons. I'm gonna count. We're at 5 seconds. 10 seconds. All right, that was 20 seconds. How much time do you spend on your cell phone typing things in your computer? That's not going to be the future. There's this thing called the zone of comfort. It's just like part of human physiology, that when we're interacting with things with our hands, we really want to be sort of in this zone right here. This is the comfort zone. You use your computer here, you use your phone here, it's right here. This is where we're sort of designed to interact with things for long periods of time. So that's something to think about if you say build a mixed reality app. Don't put buttons out here. And we sort of need to figure out a new paradigm, and that's an open question. That, like, one of you could solve that. Like, what is going to be sort of like the force click of mixed reality? The optics are incredibly challenging. There's this new technology that basically needs to reconstruct the world in front of your eyes. It's incredibly hard to do, it's bleeding edge, and it is not a completely solved problem. Another thing is the AI. What you imagine as part of your mixed reality device is basically this smart companion that knows what's going on, where you are. It tells you the things you need to know when you need to know it. It interacts with your environment. It understands that environment. Those are all very hard AI tasks, and again, areas of active research. It needs to work. Like, if it's going to fulfill what we imagine it to be, which is this thing that you're using all the time, everywhere, It needs to work in all sorts of conditions. It needs to work in low light. It needs to work outside in lots of light. It needs to work in the rain. It needs to work when you're moving fast. It needs to work when you're lying on your bed. It needs to work in all sorts of environments. And that is very, very hard because it's different from any computing before. Because before, like on your cell phone or on a computer, the environment is sort of prescribed. For the most part, the program knows exactly what the environment is going to be like. It's like, oh, I'm going to be on this like, 5 centimeter by 10 centimeter screen, and I'm going to have like this, and this. That's not the case at all anymore. It needs to, if it's going to interact with the real world, if it's going to be mixed reality, it needs to work with every single situation, and you just can't build sort of a debug routine that covers all of your bases. And so that's another very big challenge. Wait, now at the beginning I sort of said, yes?
How about optical distance? Because we see on virtual reality things that some things get small and tiny, and like if you want to get closer to your eyes, and you want to read or interact with the content, how do you figure it out?
Yes, so that's part of the optics, is making sure that works, is part of the optics challenge.
Could it be variable? Zoom in or zoom out with content?
Like if you want to zoom in or out, you're just basically creating a digital object that's